All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. GEC NASCAR. We're out here at North Wilkesboro for the Racing for Martin 157. This is going to be a great race. Playoff race number 3 for the Cup Series, guys. This is going to be really competitive, but I think they're going to keep their head on their shoulders for this one. They got to get their car to the end of the race. That's the whole point. Without doing that, you're not gonna get the points you need to stay in the running for the championship. And that running is so close right now. Up in the booth, as always, you got myself. You got Austin Swanson. Austin, how we doing?
Oh, excited as always. You know I love these playoff races, and this is a technical track. Coming up, we got 2 fast tracks, so this is our last chance to see these drivers really show some skill on the short track.
Well, as we've seen, there's been a little bit of self spins in the practice. I don't want to say a lot because I haven't really seen a lot of it. Not a lot of contact spins, so that's really, really good. So really exciting to see what these guys can do by the end of the race and see who's still out there. And we always have Jessica up in the booth as well. Jessica, 6 points. So really, honestly, expect to see a lot out of these drivers tonight, and hopefully they can place well. But what going into race 4, Jess? As you said, this is a good track for you. What going into this one? What would you be trying to do?
Oh, I love this track, Jamie. I was out there racing. A lot of times I hold off and stay in the back, but in this case I'd be up in the front.
Well, and I'll tell you, a lot of these drivers with this new update on these Cup cars could be struggling, so we're going to see a lot of people getting a feel for the track, and you're probably right. Like Coonan, Ellswick, Cochran, Barrow, they're up all in the top 4 right now. We expect them to obviously be running up top front during the race as well, and it's a little bit harder to pass here, so we'll really see a lot of action between those top 4 or 5. But yeah, as always, also we have Jay Sellers. Sellers, how are we doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready to watch these guys run a 0.62 mile lap. I mean, looking at the Rookie of the Year standing, there's only 2 drivers contending for it. Justin Harris, Tommy Krozak. You know, about 11 point gap between the 2 going into this week, as Justin Harris leads in that area. Pretty excited tonight.
Well,
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, coming down to what, 2 more races to go after this one. Every point's gonna matter, so we're gonna see a lot of competition between the flags for the stage points. A lot of stage points out there still left to be had. And these drivers are really, really going to be trying so hard to try to get all the stage points they can and as many finishing points as possible. And, you know, really, honestly, to tell you the truth, we've seen a lot of smart driving into the practice and also in the truck race. So we expect to see, there's a lot of good green flag racing in the truck race. Those guys did an amazing job up to the end. It got a little messy, but I mean, those guys, you know, put in a hell of an effort every single week, and you know they create a great show as well. So we expect to see that out here tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, well, and I forgot you was out there, but yeah, Sellers being one of our truck drivers. You know, you guys did a great job out on the track, but you know, towards the end, like I said, just got complicated, right? So. Really, there was a lot of confusion towards the end of the race. That was a green-white checkered that ended the race in a caution. So all the drivers had to come back around to that checkered line with the pace car to be able to get their finishing spot. But unfortunately, there were several drivers that actually pitted before that happened, and they lost some good track position. So, you know, we actually warned the drivers here tonight and make sure that if it gets down to a green-white checkered with a caution, you have to follow that pace car all the way back around. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, I benefited from their loss, so you know, sucks for them.
Well, and you know, it really honestly does, because, you know, having that kind of confusion on the track always sucks, but man, that just counts to it. You really got to pay attention out there.
I think I ran an lap just. So, going into the picks tonight, starting with you, Griffin, who do you take?
So, for who's your pick, you mean?
Or who's your pick, yeah.
Alright, yeah. So, I'm going to go with my boy Barrow.
You left him out last week.
I know. And it sort of almost worked out for me. Don't think. You can't say I didn't almost call the race verbatim of what happened at the end.
Wow, sure.
So,
Pretty sure Barrow just got jinxed.
no, what? God, no.
Poor guy.
That's not fair. Alright, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Barrow. But you can continue.
Barrow, Two Childs, what about you?
I'm going with Menchaca.
Shaka, that is an interesting pick for tonight. He's a super speedway legend.
He is, yeah. He's a good driver. Yeah, I think he's going to be up there.
And what about you, Austin?
Ooh, you know, I was dodging between 2 or 3 drivers, but I'm gonna have to go with Tyler Krozak. I think he definitely has a bone to pick with Harris after losing the lead on the Rookie of the Year standings, and now is a good opportunity to show his speed. He has definitely been a force to reckon with all season long, and I think he can pull it out tonight.
And for me, I think I gotta go with the ninja, Shane Cochran.
Alright, that's a damn good pick. That's a damn good pick.
I took him last week and he didn't let me down, so you know, I think we've made it past that thing we talked about a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna give Cochran my pick.
Alright, fair enough. Alright guys, it's rounding out. All these drivers are off the track for the qualifying. Let's go ahead and bring it up and see what we got. So it looks like Coonan taking that top spot up there in the number 1. He's going to be on the pole position tonight here at North Wilkesboro for the Racing for Martin 157. Krozak right behind him in second place. Cochran in third. Barrow fourth. Lynch fifth. Harris, Sprouse, Brom, Ashley, and McCabe to round out our top 10, guys. This is going to be a lot of competition in this top 10, and 90% of those drivers are in the playoffs. So I don't know if we're going to see them pushing hard right away. I expect to see them doing that towards the end of the race, but really, honestly, anything could happen, and I know these guys are very talented, and they're going to put on a good show either way. So.
And Chaco looks like he'll be rolling off the grid P15.
P15?
And, yep, your pick, Barrow, came in behind mine.
Yeah, like
He
I
won't
said.
stay back there very long.
No, not at all. Barrow doesn't know how to stay down for a while. Sometimes he's his worst enemy. He gets in his head a little bit, but in all honesty, to tell you the truth, he's been doing it. This is probably one of his best seasons he's had, other than his championship winning seasons. But I mean, really, can't be prouder of what Barrow's done this season. I'm super happy for him. Same for a lot of these drivers, man. A lot of these drivers, some of them new, like Coonan, Krozak, veteran like Cochran and Barrow and Ellswick and Lynch. All those guys up in the top 5, 6. Harris, Barr, Sprouse, Brom, Ashley, McCabe, Yancey, Campbell, Menchaca, Haynes, Wilson, Cheshire, Lons, Elliott, Mari, and Opachowski. I mean, so many good names out there and so many talented drivers. It looks like Richard Elliott is still on the track. They're probably going to be fording it. I don't know if he's going to go around or anything, but we're going to get ready for our national anthem here in a moment.
as they're going to the grid.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Session, but I went and checked in on him, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here out on the track at North Wilkesboro. Going to be an exciting start with Coonan on the inside. You got his partner, the number 8, Tyler Krozek, on the outside. Both fighting for points. Krozek and Coonan doing a great job this season as well. Barrow and Cochran right behind them to start it off. Go to the chat. Teresa Span, love Jessica. Thank you, Teresa, for being here, and Jessica, I'm sure, enjoys all the love.
Yeah, that would be my ex-mother-in-law, but she's a great lady. Don't get me wrong.
No. Hey, if she's here, she's great. Samantha Smith, go Tyler Krozak. He's got a fan in the stands as well. Andrew Lons. I won 2 races in a row. No pick me. The disrespect. All right, man. I understand. You'll be a pick next race. I promise. 23 out start. Green flag. Here we go. He gets a decent little jump right there. 8. He's gonna be on the outside.
The bottom.
Yeah. It looks like he got stuck down there, but. It looks like we do have a caution. Did anybody see who was involved in that?
Caution on the number
Thank
7.
you.
Number 7. Number 7.
7?
Yeah, Justin Harris.
7 car claims.
Let's go ahead and take a look.
Looks like he got into Ellswick's corner and turned him.
Oh, I hope Ellswick didn't get any damage right there. Some front right damage for sure.
Front left, too. That front left took a hard licking.
Dang it. Ellswick's going to have to mitigate that damage all race. And it's really hard to actually get like damage repaired on one of these short tracks. So I'm interested to see what he's got up his sleeve for this.
Yeah, it looks like Spruce gave that front left a licking.
Yeah, you're right. That claim on the number 7, Justin Harris. Ellswick down into the pit. Hopefully he gets out before that pace car passes him. Come on, Ellswick, move. He's getting out. Here he comes. Yeah, I think he made it out in time. These guys got it. They're going to go ahead and restart here with the 6 laps on the books. 250 laps to go. You want to mitigate any kind of crashes or damage this early in the race. You want to try to make it as far into the hard racing at the end as you can. But as we see, it just gets a little exciting right in the beginning. These guys, this is the first restart we've seen from these guys, so they could just be shaking off the cobwebs.
I mean, speaking of shaking off cobwebs, Coonan coming back out, taking the pole after 2 rough weeks. They getting a win taken away from him and having a DNF the week before. Just losing ground in that championship fight. He needs a win tonight. He needs some stage points. He's got a long race ahead of him. Just hope he can keep that car clean.
Yeah, going into it, I think he knows what he needs to accomplish today, and it does look like he might actually accomplish that tonight. A little bit of damage on the front of that 94. I'm not sure who he hit, but he definitely caught the back end of somebody. Good restart for Coonan right there. Down on that bottom side, Krozek's going to go ahead and follow him up, and Shane Cochran chasing him down. Barrow and Cochran side by side coming into 3 and 4, I believe that is. No, that was 1 and 2. Creating a nice little cushion for themselves as they get up towards the front. Looking towards the back caution here. Oh, looks like Openchowski.
Yep, just too much gas out of that turn 4. Saw that so many times last night. Personally, I had to hold on to her a few times.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he took too hard of a hit, thank God. I don't think he took a whole lot of damage out of that.
And stay out here.
And that's what we were talking about, guys, in the beginning. Guys and gals, Jessica as well, I mean. As we were talking about in the beginning, the self spins is what we were seeing more in the practice as well. We didn't see a whole lot of contact spins, but man, we've seen both already. So I hope this isn't a trend to come. I hope these guys are going to be able to hold on to these cars. Like I said, these new updates for these next-gen cars that iRacing released, a couple days ago, a lot of these drivers are also getting used to that. Being here at a technical track like this is not conducive. What is that lady floating mid-air? What is going on? Has she been there the whole time?
You just noticed that?
Has that been happening the whole time? No way.
No.
It's the rapture at Northwell
Speedway
for green shirt lady.
Wow, that's intense.
They did say God loves NASCAR.
I guess so. They're gonna start right here at North Wilkesboro for the racing for Martin 157. That's insane. Not much of a.
I love how I look over at your stream just to see that.
Well, and coming back to the restart, guys, not much of a change towards the front here. Still the 8 on the outside, 23 down low. Shane Cochran and Barrow, they're still fighting for position. They're going to be in that second line. You're going to have a lineup of Barr, Brahm, Ashley, McCabe, and Yancey behind them. And then the lead out the top 10 is going to be Chris Campbell.
Now, something to pay attention to. Openchowski and Ellswick are both equally 1 lap down, so they will be racing each other at the back of the field. Never mind. Ellswick is way behind the field. Wait, nope, I'm behind the field. I'm stupid.
You were still in replay mode.
I was still in replay mode. I was picking up in Chasky Racing for the lucky dog.
At least he didn't see any ladies floating around, Jamie. Just saying.
Oh, Brom goes
Ooh,
around into the
spin.
grass.
No caution.
41, no caution, comes out. He's going to be into the grass. Comes back up onto the track, able to get that car straight and going again. A lot of turf and asphalt coming from underneath that car. Doesn't look like he took any damage.
He's definitely going to make that that turn 3 a little sketchy with all that dirt. As you can see, dirt coming off of the cars as they pass through that section of the racetrack, making it just a little bit looser there.
He's definitely going to want to be careful. 98 of Aaron Yancey up there behind the number 32 of Menchaca. They're going to be fighting for that position right there, for that 12th position. They're peeking into that top 10. That's where you really want to be, guys. That's where a lot of the stable driving is going to be. We have a driver, Klaus Brom, down into the pits. Something else just happened with Wesley Lynch. Oh, no. Let's go take a look.
Similar turn 4. Just overdrove that bottom.
Oh, man. Doesn't look like
Hate to
he
see that
took...
for Lynch.
Well, yeah, he might have dropped back, but it doesn't look like he took a lot of damage out of it. And even being a short track, it shouldn't really affect him that much. But that's all right. We're going to see what happens here. Third caution, only 20 laps in.
Brom went 2 laps down so far.
Yeah, Brom was down in the pits the last time I actually checked on him. He's coming back down again. A bunch of other drivers coming in the pits. Lynch, Sprouse, Elliott, and Openchowski as well. You know, in all honesty, I'm sure these front guys are happy. They're not having to use their tires. That means, you know, the longer stretches that they can make, they're going to be trying to hope for the best without a green flag pit stop to all the way to the first stage. And speaking of stages, Swanson, what are our current stages?
Stages are 70 and 140.
70 and 140. So these guys definitely have a long way to go for that first stage. 50 more laps. Well, it'll be about 50 laps, a little under that when they go to the green flag. About 49 laps. Looks like light is off the pace car. 23 and 8 are going to line up one more time.
R2 picks right behind them. Shane Cochran, Joseph Barrow, P3, P4.
Yeah, I'm really, really interested to see what Barrow can do tonight. It's had a great car all the way through the practice yesterday. And there goes that green shirted lady again. Dang it.
She's got the best view in the house. What can I say?
I'm telling you, she's sitting on the top of the world. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good restart for Koonin right there. It's going to give Krozak the chance to stay right behind him, but Shane Cochran and Barrow are fighting back there. Cochran actually falls back next to Campbell. Campbell with a little bit of damage on the front of that 52.
You know, something to keep in mind throughout the rest of this race is we have late cautions and, you know, Thomas Koonin and Krozak not pitting and, you know, staying on these tires. If we go back to, what was it, Darlington, when the 23 of Thomas Koonin restarted on the front row and just botched the restart, spun the tires, spun the car. You gotta be thinking that's gotta be in his mind on those restarts up in the front.
No, it definitely does. You know, and when it comes down to, you know, what Coonan has on his plate, he is a very talented driver, as we all already know. So what he's going to do is mitigate the damage that's already been done and not try to incur anything in the next 3 races. That is his main goal. Finish the best he can in the next 3 races without any incident. Unfortunately, that penalty taking that win in the DNF just wasn't in the cards, but he's still in the running. He can still get back up there.
How far is he down in the points right now? I didn't see the playoff list.
Yeah, so I can go over that. Give me 2 seconds. So for our current standings as it sits... Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. I need playoff standings. Boop, boop. There we go. Oh, man, that playoff standing thing looks pretty cool. So, yeah, right now it stands Wesley Lynch up front with 1,104. And then Thomas Coonan is right behind him with 1,093. So Coonan is only, what, 7 points behind him? No, 7. Looks like 13 points behind him. So, I mean, he really honestly doesn't have a whole lot of work to do, but he's just got to mitigate the damage from here on out.
Exactly. I mean, if he can just finish up front for the rest of the season, I think he'd be in pretty good standings for the end of the year.
Oh, absolutely. And he's creating a pretty good gap. Right now he's about 0.6 in front of his partner, his teammate Krozak. They're doing really good here tonight. But yeah, let's go over that list real quick. So Wesley Lynch took that first spot after the DNF of Coonan, barely scraping by, but he's going to go ahead and try to fight for that position tonight. Unfortunately, getting into that turn did not help. Thomas Coonan in the second spot, Justin Harris third, Shane Cochran fourth, Caleb Ellswick is in fourth as well. They're tied with 1080 each. They're only 24 points behind the leader, so the whole top 5 of the playoffs is only 24 points behind the leader, which is not a lot. And then you got 6 Barrow, 7 Krozak, you got Kenneth Gallman for 8, Chad Ashley for 9, and then Klaus Brahm for 10. So there's still a lot of competition in the playoffs right now.
You mentioned Ellswick in the playoffs. A little update, he did get the lucky dog last caution, and he's back on the lead lap, moving up to the field. He's currently 14th.
Awesome. Definitely want to see that for him, man. It's a little upsetting to see that he had to go a lap down for that damage. Really wasn't his fault, but, you know, he's a smart driver. He knows what he's doing, and I can almost bet money he's going to go ahead and work his way back to the top 5.
Oh, of course. What about you, Jessica? You got anything to weigh in here? Is it Jessica?
Yes, yeah, she might have stepped off for a second.
I noticed she was really quiet.
Nope. She sits here and
Oh, she's gone. I just looked. Whoops.
oh no, she's not in here no more?
No, she's not in here at all.
Oh, that's alright. She'll probably wind up working her way back through. But as we go back to the race here...
Caution.
Oh, no. Looks like we have another caution.
Involving Yancey.
Yeah, that's going to involve Aaron. Let's go ahead and go check and see what happened.
Ellswick, no. Ellswick did create that. Ellswick gave her the bump, or gave him the bump.
That was Lynch that did that.
Was that Lynch?
Yeah, the 33.
That was Lynch, my bad.
Man, but from that perspective, let me go to Far Chase and then go look at it again. Yeah.
Just unsettled that car.
And then it tied Lynch up. He had nowhere to go. Damage on both of the 98 and the 33, unfortunately.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of unhappy crew chiefs with wrecked race cars this week.
Well, I hope these guys, like I said, keep a level head, patience, and just get around the track the best they can.
We are 30 laps from stage. Oh boy.
Yeah, not what we wanted to see for Lynch. Just saying, he got to get up there and finish in a decent spot to maintain that first position. But I'm not sure how much more of that damage he's going to be able to take.
As Ellswick is now 1 lap down. Again. He is 1 lap down along with Wesley Lynch. Coming in green. 2 by 2. Ellswick will be racing Lynch for the lucky dog. Trying to stay out ahead of him.
Noonan's going to be looking to try to get that gap again. He definitely already has a decent run on Kozak. He's going to be 0.5 already ahead. Barrow, not that far behind though, 1.5 seconds at the moment.
Justin Harris back in traffic. He had made his way up to the top 8 last restart, but I think he went down pit road, took some fuel, and now he's going to race back up to the field. His goal tonight is just to finish ahead of Krozak.
Krozak currently in 2nd place. Harris in, looks like 10th, moving into 9th.
If he can pick it off here with the 32 of Menchaca.
Menchaca, a talented driver in his own rights, but now he's up against Lawns, our 2-time winner.
As Justin Harris picks off the 97 car of Lawns out of turn 2. Still side by side by him. Side by side.
Looks like Lawns washed up the track a little bit. That's going to give Harris the chance to jump up behind Cheshire. Cheshire moving slow. Ooh. Gets into the back of Cheshire. Cheshire able to handle it. Good job. Wow. That was close.
Justin Harris with a hand out the window to give an apologetic wave to Cheshire.
Yeah, I'm sure. That was intense. That's going to give Lawns the ability to pass Cheshire as well. Cheshire dropping back to 9th place. Harris up to 7th.
As Harris is about to pick off the 94 of Barr, he's moving through the traffic effortlessly. I think he did take tires that last caution because he is picking off these drivers one by one.
Yeah, he just went from 11th to 6th.
In only a couple of laps.
We're going to have to bring that car in for inspection at the end of the race.
The random inspection won't be that random this week.
No. As he gets
outside.
Up 52 and Cochran, they're going 3
wide. He
wide.
the middle.
Ooh.
He's smart. He backed out of it.
Yeah, he backed. Oh my.
He's got the 52 in front of him. As they're going to try to pass Cochran here on the outside. He's looking outside of the 52. He's going to get side by side into turn 3. He's going to come down a little bit. He's going to get the drive off here. He's going to get the drive off. And he's still at his bumper in turn 2. 30. Woo!
Man.
He saved it. He saved it. He's going to fall back a little bit, but he's going to dig back in and keep going.
That
Oh,
was
that was
close. Oh my! Oh wow!
Justin Harris readjusting himself. He's back in P8. He's going to pick off the same drivers he just picked off before. He's going to relock in here. He's going to pick these guys off one by one. Be methodical, moving through the field as he picks off the 97 side by side. Gets a little tight there. Entering turn 2, side by side of 97, 52, and the 97 are side by side. Or, sorry, 52 and 86 were side by side. He's going to dive inside of the 86 of Shane Cochran. He's at his bumper. Cochran making a little bit of contact with that wall as Justin Harris rolls the bottom, gets the pass done. Next ahead of him is Jay Barr again, a car that he tried to pass before, but got a little loose from contact. Thomas Kunin now having a .8 lead over his teammate Krozak. Joseph Barrow, 2.5. Justin Harris loses it in the front stretch. Hits the wall outside pit road, and he spins. Unfortunate for Justin Harris.
No caution? No caution comes out for Harris.
Justin Harris is going to fall way back. And really, Justin Harris did not want to see a caution there. That would end his night, for he already has a caution claim.
How much damage did he take there?
I assume not too terribly much. He's looking competitive still in the backfield.
Yeah,
He fell
definitely.
down from 5th place to 14th. He lost about 10 positions. 9 positions. I can count.
Able to recover from the first one, but just losing so many spots on that second one. He lost about 9 spots. That weird lady
He's
in the
definitely-
green shirt.
There she is. Is she back? She is back.
She is back.
I heard that snickering.
The
My
glorious
daughter
return.
needs to I had to go get some.
No, absolutely. No judgment on this end.
Joseph Harris looking to battle the 17 car here. Can't get it quite done. I think he does have some front left damage from that contact with the inside wall on pit road.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of a gap in that front. But oh, 17 into the wall. Hard. Into the wall again. Rides the wall around the corner. It looks like he might have lost a wheel.
3 wide with Justin Harris. Justin Harris rolls the bottom, passing 2 more cars. He's back on the move. I think he's going to try to salvage this and get a stage point at least for this team, for the standings.
Sprouse into that wall, comes down into the pits under green. It does look like he has a front toe link out. He's going to have to get that repaired.
Joseph Barrow got... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You can talk about Barrow all day.
Joseph Barrow side by side with the 98 going after Krozak, only a couple car lengths behind. Krozak rolling the bottom where Barrow chooses to roll the middle to top. Trying to avoid that bump out of turn 3 and 4. As we've seen multiple cars tonight unsettle their cars and just drive it straight into a wall or each other. Joseph Barrow trying to pick off Krozak here. Or not Krozak, my bad. Lap traffic of a 35 car.
It looks like Barrow was deciding to take the high line up. Watch. He goes, it looked like he went up the track and then down into the corner, out of the corner, which is really, really smart here. You can get a lot of speed doing that. Passing McCabe at incredible speed. McCabe a lap down right now, just went a lap down. Few drivers that are currently a lap down: McCabe, Yancey, Ellswick, Lynch, Barrow, Sprouse, and Haynes. Two of our big name playoff drivers, Ellswick and Lynch, a lap down right now. They're going to have to fight to get that back. They're going to need as many points as possible.
Definitely. Looking up to the field, I mean, you got 4 cars racing for Lucky Dog right now. And it looks like Thomas Coonan won't have time to get to the next car, as caution will come out here in just 1 lap. There it is.
And there it is. 71. That's going to be the end of stage 1. Thomas Coonan, Krozak, Barrow, Barr, Cochran, Lons, Marion, Campbell, Harris, and Menchaca all getting points for that stage. But Thomas Coonan taking home all the cookies for that stage.
Excellent recovery on Justin Harris's part, coming back and getting some stage points.
No, absolutely, I agree.
As it stands right now, if the race was to end right now, Krozak would be beating Justin Harris for Rookie of the Year.
Well, and I'm sure he's hoping that doesn't happen, but a lot of our drivers coming down into pit lane for this stage, we're going to want fresh tires to start off stage 2. Looks like Barrow is going to go ahead and come out. Lons up in front of everybody. Looks like he's might have took that wave around. I don't remember Lons being a lap down, though. He might have stayed out and pitted late.
That might have been what it was.
I think that's exactly what happened.
That was weird because my scoring just updated, and before it updated, it showed him back up at the front. So that's interesting.
Well,
Justin
way,
Harris gaining 2 positions on that pit stop. So, Miss Childs, on the top of Menchaca, he is up 5 positions on the day. Where do you think his finishing position will be?
I think he's going to be in the top 5.
Top 5, top 5?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully he'll be in P1, but we'll see what happens.
I don't know, Thomas and Coonan and Krozak have just dominated this field as we come back to green side by side on the restart. Thomas Coonan, as normal, out ahead.
but not as much this time. It looks like 8 was looking on the inside of him. Slows down a little bit right there.
Lap traffic in front of him. Lap traffic in front of him already. Of the 98.
Yeah, they're going to have to work their way around the 98 of Aaron Yancey. Caution comes out. Menchaca.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, I jinxed him.
The 48 turned him to sheer.
I do not like to see that.
Yep, got right underneath.
Yep.
It looks like Menchaca was able to hold on to. Oh no! Right up into the wall. Ouch! I thought he was going to hold on to it. No, he's got a lot of damage. It looks like that car's limping.
He's probably leaking some fluid out of the front of that car.
Oh, man, dang it. Definitely not what I wanted to see for Menchaca tonight.
No. How many fast repairs do they have?
They have 1 fast repair. I'm hoping he did not use his already. I don't think he has. He should be able to get back out on the track. Lynch down.
Car is repaired and taking tires.
Nice. All right, sweet. It does look like Lynch still in the pits. I hope he doesn't go a lap down because of that. He needs to come out of the pits like now.
Menchaca coming out of the pits just ahead of the pace car.
Yeah, it looks like Lynch came back onto the lead lap. That's going to give another driver a chance to come back onto the lead lap as well, I believe.
Good news for Menchaca. He didn't lose too much ground. He's going to start back where he started the race. So,
No, and that's good. I mean, he's doing well. I don't think that was really much of his fault. So, honestly, he deserves to stay on the lead lap, and I'm glad he was able to get it back around.
let's see. Lapped cars currently consist of K. Braum, J. Openchowski, and C. Ellswick. Will make up your lucky dog contenders for this next restart.
Well, once again, the lights are off the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing again here at North Wilkesboro for the Racing for Martin 157. A lot of exciting racing so far, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here. Here we go. Thomas Kuhn Krozek fights it out. Green flag.
Let's see.
A little bit of contact with the wall back there, I heard. Looks like they're going to go ahead and maintain a green flag. 86 up in front of the 11 of Marion.
I think the 8 has figured out what his teammate's been doing because he's running a little bit better of lap time on these restarts. Joseph Barrow going to the inside, trying to hold that bottom there.
Well, he's going to have to fight off that 94 J Bar. This is the first time Barrow's dropped back from 3rd tonight. He's in that 4th place, but not very far off still. Oh, Barrow got to hold on to it. Looked like he got a little loose right there. That's going to give Cochran the opportunity to be looking on his outside. Cochran's going to go ahead and take that pass. Better safe than sorry. Good job on Barrows for saving that.
Thomas Kuhn now has led 84 laps of this race. It's an interesting stat. There has been no lead changes yet.
Well, and as we expected, we knew that he's good at what he does, and I expect to see him out front and keep a level head because he knows what's on the line. He doesn't want to get mixed up.
Definitely college series performance right there, just dominating the field.
Well, again, there's still a bunch of competition out there he's got to worry about, and Lynch is definitely going to be one of them. Being back on the lead lap, Lynch is already back up into 12th place. He's working his way back up through the field. He's going to be looking very, very hard. And now Ellswick is also back on the lead lap. I didn't even realize that. No, he's not.
Back to Ellswick is no, he's not on lead lap. He's 1 lap down.
Yep, you are correct.
Ellswick has been working on damage to his race car every caution. Justin Harris, as I said in the last restart, he's back up to 7th where he started today. He's trying to work his way back up to the field. Menchaca back up to 11th. He's working his way through the field right now. I bet he wishes Wesley Lynch would stop racing him so hard so he can hang up on Elliott and Ashley. As Wesley Lynch will not let Menchaca go, racing his inside. Oh no, I take that back. That was Ellswick that was racing him.
Yeah, Ellswick being a lap down, he's right there in front of Lynch. He definitely doesn't want to give up any more car positions to let that other car fight him for that Lucky Dog, Klaus Brahm. How many? Looks like Klaus Brahm is only 1 lap down as well. So, and Openchowski. So he's got two he's got to fight off if he doesn't stay up in front of those 2 cars.
It's got a lot of cars in between him and Brahm, so I think he's pretty comfortable as long as he can keep it clean. Our 2 picks, Joseph Barrow and Cochran, are still up in the front. Swan's pick is still just chilling up there in P2. He hasn't changed position all night.
He picked Krozak?
I believe he picked Krozak tonight. Swanson, care to weigh in on that?
Sir.
Lucky you. No, Barrow's gonna come in and sweep them all. Watch.
Nah, the Ninja's gonna come back from 5th place and just knock it out. He's gonna give Thomas Kunin and Krozak the good old 1-2. He's gonna bump and run Krozak in turn 2 or turn 1, and then he's gonna bump and run Thomas in turn 3.
Well, Kunin not able to get as much of a gap as he got last time, but looks like him and Krozak are both 1.6 seconds ahead of Barr in 3rd place. Barrow now 2.4 seconds back from our leader.
Cochran about half a second behind Barrow.
Well, it looks like a lot of these guys have now filed out. These tires are going to start to wear off here in a minute. I believe we're probably going to wind up seeing some of our first green flag pit stops here tonight. It's really going to shake things up. These guys are going to mix it up and get into different packs and slower pit stops and faster pit stops. So I'm interested to see where that's going to land some of our drivers. Who's going to take penalties, you know? That's another thing.
I mean, getting onto a pit road, 35 miles an hour, not a real good entry for pit road either. It's definitely going to be interesting, especially with traffic behind you. You don't want to drive too fast. You don't want to slow down too much and get ran over.
Well, and that's another thing, you know, you really want to announce, you know, your pit stop well ahead of time so these drivers know, hey, get off my back. I'm about to slow down. Because we've seen it in the past. It's caused disasters coming into pit when the driver behind you didn't realize you were about to pit.
Justin Hare's picking off the 85 or 86 of Cochran entering turn 2. He's going to get the pass done here. He's going to accelerate down into the backstretch. He now moves up to P5. And now back in the chase for that lead. I'll love it to see when Team Outlaw has some good drivers.
So Jess, you've done these long races before. The fatigue that comes in with your legs getting tired and your arms getting tired during a 250 lap 2-hour race, what do you got, like a bottle of water next to you, or how do you keep yourself going in a long race like this?
Well, most of the time my kids are talking to me, so I just kind of concentrate on what I'm doing. No, but yeah, I got some water sitting here. And the races do get to be long, but you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of endurance racing in the past, year or so, and doing those Daytona 24 hours and Le Mans and all that stuff that we were doing. I mean, running 4-hour stints on a track in the same car or on the same track is definitely not an easy thing to do. But even these guys coming out for these 2-hour races, this is definitely a draining experience. You come in all pumped up and ready to go. By the end of the race, you're so tired and you just want to go to bed and get something to eat. So a lot of people have different strategies. I was just curious of, maybe your during race, how you keep yourself alive.
I don't know, it's hard sometimes. No, but when you are done, with these long races, your arms and your legs are stiff, but you just got to try and look at the end result, getting up there.
Well, these guys are doing a great job tonight. I know we've seen a couple cautions in the beginning. That's going to slow the race down a little bit, but in all honesty, like I said, I just figured they were shaking it all off and getting to know these new cars. These new cars are a little bit more strenuous, especially if you got the, direct drive wheels. You got over 5 Newton meters. That car really gives you a little bit more feedback than it used to. So
Justin Harris side by side with Joseph Barrow. Sorry to cut you off. They're battling for 4th position, entering turn 2 side by side. Almost door to wheel right there. Still battling side by side, entering the backstretch into turn 3. Justin Harris on the inside, Joseph Barrow outside. Hopefully Justin Harris doesn't make a mistake like he did last time when he got here.
Oh, he blinked. Oh, my lord. That's going to slow him down a little bit.
I thought that was my internet, but slow traffic ahead of Joseph Barrow in his racing line. That's going to help Justin Harris here.
Washes up a little bit right there. Well, gotta check out Barrow losing some speed because of the 98, that dirty air of the 98. He's gonna go right up behind him. Oh, did Barrow tap him?
I think Barrow gave the 98 a love tap.
That's what it looked like to me.
Naughty boy.
Barrow trying to dive down to the inside there. Not going to be able to make it work.
Well,
as the number 7 will get that gap.
And as we've seen Barrow all night, he's been going high up into the beginning of the entry of the turn and then creeping down low, coming out of the turn, so to not try to spin the car out. But it looks like he's just losing a little bit of speed now. Cochran able to catch up to him a little bit.
Justin Harris is now going to be looking to Jay Barr, the 94 car that he could not pass earlier and had spun out twice when he got back to him.
We still have a lot of racing to go before we get to that next yellow flag for the next stage. I think, what, 50 laps still?
Yeah, I believe so. I think next caution's at lap 160 or 150.
And as these drivers keep going, we're at 118 now. Last pit stop for a lot of these drivers was lap 71. How many laps do you think they still have in those gas tanks compared to, when this stage is going to pop? So we might see
stage is at 140.
140?
140.
Oh, so they only got 20 laps to go. I think they're definitely going to make the stage.
I think a lot of these cars are in fuel save mode as much as you can. Thomas Kuhn going to pick off Menchaca and put Menchaca a lap down.
Sorry, Jess. Menchaca goes a lap down.
I don't like to hear that, but
that's all right. He's been doing a good job tonight. He hasn't, caused any big problems, and he's just racing his own race.
If it's any comfort, Jess, about half this season, every time I picked a driver, they would get wrecked out, and I just feel awful for putting that X on them.
You're pulling a Jamie.
That's all right. At least some of the voodoo's off of me.
Yeah.
Al Barrow's doing pretty good tonight. He might break it.
Yeah, no, I actually last week I almost predicted the race, except for instead of Openchowski winning, his teammate won. They came in 1 and 2.
The battle to watch right now is Justin Harris in the 94.
Yeah, he just caught him in the back right there.
Oh, the 94 is guarding that bottom, not giving Justin Harris the exit he wants. Justin Harris is going to dive down low in turns 1 and 2. He's going to get side by side in the backstretch. They're both going to get a similar drive off. They're going to enter the corner side by side. Justin Harris to the bottom.
94's going up high, really, really high. Morrow doing
Justin
the same
Harris
thing.
cuts the nose off of the 94. Oh my God. Amazing move by Justin Harris. That's pushing Justin Harris into P3.
Slows the 94 down. 94 is Jay Barr. He's going to lose a position to the 7-4, looking to actually put him another position down. Shane Cochran is going to be right there. That freaking ninja right behind the number 4. He's looking to also do the same thing. Yellow flag comes out. Brad Wilson involved into a crash. Let's go ahead and take a look for the 89.
Ooh, netcode. God, that was a netcode. That's unfortunate. But
Yeah, see, we're deeming netcode, but we also now take into the fact of trajectory of the car if they were going to make contact either way.
yeah,
So
and that was no matter what.
it looks like that might be on the 96.
Yeah, the 96 has been ordered to the garage and will retire from the race.
No way.
Yes.
Was that the second one he claimed tonight?
Yes, sir.
No.
Monitoring the race control chat. 96 has retired from the race.
Oh, man. Not what you wanted to see for Openchowski. That sucks. He did such a great job last week taking home that second place. Him and his team have worked so hard this season. It just sucks to see him out of the race so early.
It's going to be interesting. The leaders stayed out. Thomas Kuhn, Krasnick, Harris, Morrow. Did Lon stay out? Lon stayed out. Ashley stayed out. Chaka. Can't tell. The iRacing's a little weird right now. J Bar stayed out. Now Justin Harris now finally being up at the front with semi-aligned Thomas Kuhn and Krasnick. Be interesting to see if he can keep up with them. It seems that these three cars are the cars that have either dominated the race or faced the most adversity getting through the field. Pace car lights are off. Two by two coming to the restart zone. Thomas Kuhn goes middle of the box. Thomas Kuhn back out ahead. Justin Harris wheeling the bottom, trying to hold off Joseph Barrow, trying to stay with Krasnick here. Joseph Barrow to the outside, can't make it stick. Justin Harris is going to get the drive off on the bottom.
Too wide back there with the 52 and the 94. It looks like they made a little bit of contact, able to maintain Joe Barr and Chris Campbell. They're all going to be three wide now. 54, 94, and 52. 54 up into the wall. He's going to have some damage on that front end as well. 52 into Lons a little bit right there. Almost getting him loose. Lons able to hold on to it in that 97. Good job on his part.
86 of Cochran picked Justin Harris off for P3 going into turn 2.
Barrow looking to do the same thing. 94 now out on the outside of Barrow. Hits that wall again. 94 able to get a little bit of momentum right there somehow. He's going to go ahead and be on the side of Justin Harris. Justin Harris makes contact almost. Caution comes out for our stage.
Cochran's a beast out there.
That will be stage. That will be stage.
Yeah,
but
but
that was
it's
for
130,
incident.
135.
That was for incident. We gotta find who caused it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody crashing. I don't see anything.
Campbell claim.
52?
52. I'm looking back. Yep, he spun out of turn 4.
Oh, why didn't I get a notification? Oh, probably because he barely made contact with that wall. But why did I'm surprised they threw a caution for that.
He was full sideways in the front stretch with traffic around him.
On the 52, we'll go ahead and claim that. That is going to be our stage right there. Kooning, Cochran.
No. Swanson said no stage.
No stage. That was 134.
It came out at 134?
Yeah, they were on lap they're 134 is what it showed on my panel.
So we're
Should
one
be
lap
on
away.
mine.
They're on 136 now.
Are you sure? Because on mine it shows 137.
Or sorry, they're completing lap. They've completed 136. They're on 137 now. They've completed 137 now.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
A little confusion.
At least I believe that is the case. So that's what my panel was showing me. We'll see what happens here when the lights turn off.
One lap shootout's gonna get wild. Justin Harris trying to get as many points as he can in the stage. Try to not let Krozak get out ahead of him. And we have a position change, I think. Krozak has finally fallen to P3. Shane Cochran will restart on the outside line.
Yeah, when did Cochran pass the number 8?
That's what I think. In our confusion, we looked away from that battle.
That was like right before the caution.
Here we go, green flag. Cochran has jumped for the restart. Cochran on the outside fighting with the 94. For Barrow going 3 wide, 48-54 right there. Makes a little contact with Cheshire. Barrow with a little bit of damage on the front of that car as well. And there it is. Caution is going to be out. That is going to be our stage caution. We wouldn't have had that, but we were one lap short on the actual caution itself from the last one to make it the stage caution. So here we are. This is actually going to be the stage.
4 takers on pit road.
Why did I
there's more
see...
takers, but
How did Cochran get in there before? Did Cochran take the lead from Koonin before it ended?
Yes, he did. He beat him to the line.
That's crazy.
He beat him out of turn 4 to the line.
That's the first
Oh
lap
my
Koonin
God.
has not led today. And it was stolen by the Ninja.
That dirty ninja. Thomas Koonin will restart 6th because J Bar, Marion, and Lons did not, and Ellswick did not pit.
Yeah, Ellswick looking to get that lap back. He is not playing around. He needs to get a good finish here. He does not want to be
Ellswick-
out.
I think what Ellswick did was he did get his lap back and he pitted, and he stayed out to get that position on that one lap run. He split his pit.
Smart.
He went ahead and pitted, got that position early. He wasn't going to race for points. He was going to race for a win.
That's a smart move.
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's big brain. Big brain.
absolutely. That's gonna give him a 4th place restart right here. Bar Marian gonna fight it out for the first time here tonight. First time Coonan's not starting on the front. He's gonna be starting in the 3rd lane here tonight on the outside of Cochran. 94-11 gonna show us what they got.
Justin Harris must have had a massive issue because he'll be restarting 1 lap down.
Oh, he might have caught a penalty. Here we go, 94 with a big jump. Looks like the car behind him got a little bit loose to the 97 of Lons. On that restart, he might have restarted in 1st or something. Marian on the back end of the 94, trying to fight him off for the 1st place. But there's Coonan. He's not playing around either. He's going to be in 4th place, right on the inside of Ellswick there. Falling back a little bit. 8, his teammate, going to be on the outside of him. Borrowing Cochran also fighting for position right there.
This is the first time these cars have raced in traffic all night.
I know.
And
looks like Cochran went around. No, that wasn't Cochran. Who was that? It was Cochran.
Oh, no!
Whoa, what was that? What just happened?
I bet he is not happy.
I'm not happy. I think I just hexed him.
No, it looked like... Oh, no. He got loose coming into the turn. Overcorrect, and it just snapped into the wall. He's going to have a good amount of damage on that 86.
I'm surprised he didn't kill the car there. He's going to the pit road right now.
Well,
he just got on pit lane.
It looked like Barrow got into him from the angle I was looking at, but no, that wasn't the case. Barrow never made any contact. Still a little over 100 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro for the Racing for Martin 157. Guys, we've had a great race so far. These guys have put a lot of competition out already. 2 stages gone, and we're on our 3rd stage now. But these guys have been doing a great job out there.
Definitely doing a great job. Shane Cochran will maintain lead lap status, rolling off at 13th. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, a lot of tough drivers ahead of him. Ahead of him is Elliott, Campbell, Menchaca, Ashley Wands, Cheshire, Barrow, Krozak, Coonan, Ellswick, Marion, Barr, not Joseph Barr. J Barr is our leader. Thomas Coonan has yet to regain the lead.
It looks like your boy Harris got his lap back and just was able to pit with a fresh set of tires. He's going to be out there and running for this.
I mean, I hope so. I need him to win that Rookie of the Year title, take that home for Outlaw Performance and for himself. Krozak rolling off the grid P5. They got traffic ahead of them. It's going to be interesting. Like I said earlier, these 2 cars haven't raced in too much traffic today. 1 car at a time, not in the thick of it on a restart.
Here we go, 94 with a decent jump. 66. 11 looks like he slowed down a little bit and slowed Coonan down.
Krozak into the grass.
No way.
Krozak spun his tires out.
It's Krozak and Cheshire. Both of them. Oh, and that was just
Say what?
Both the 8 and the 48 got loose in the same spot at the same time. I'm not sure who would want to claim that one, but it looks like the 48 went around first. I'm not
48
sure though.
took the claim.
$11 cautions down, 154 laps already on the track. They got still a little bit of racing in front of them. Got about, when we go green, probably 94 laps to go. So it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to be in the front of that pack. Because Jay Barr and Marian will restart this race, but Coonan is still lurking back there in fourth. But
if I'm Justin,
go ahead.
if I'm Justin Harris, I'm happy to see Krozek get a little loose there and lose some ground, give me some time to get up there.
Well, it leads into my next point. Does Coonan have the support he now needs to win this race? This whole race so far, he's had his teammate with him, slowing down, checking up for him, doing his thing. Now he's going to have drivers that don't care about him, about, anything other than their points. So it's going to be interesting to see if he has the support he needs to get back out front.
Definitely. I mean, he's in a hornet's nest. He's got Ellswick. He's got Barrow right on his tail. Lawns. Krozek isn't too far back. He's only two positions behind Coonan. Menchaca back up to 8th. How about that, Miss Childs?
I like to see that.
Yep, already poking his head back into the top 10 after that mishap. Good job. I thought that was going to be his race, man. I'm super happy he is able to get back out there. Pace car diving off the track. 94 and 11, going to battle it out for a restart here in North Richboro. 94 with a good jump. I got to watch that lane change, though.
Thomas Coonan trying to make something work, but he's got traffic in front of him on the same tires he does. They're blocking, they're slowing him down. These guys up in front know they got to keep the 23 behind them. They got to race each other. Whoa! Thomas Coonan, contact!
Who was that with? That was Ellswick.
That was Ellswick. Ellswick broke loose, and looks like Thomas Coonan finished him off.
Yeah, he bumped him, but it doesn't look like Ellswick took any real damage off of that. Thank God. 17. Oh, 17 comes in and smashes Ellswick.
Oh, man.
Still doesn't look like Ellswick took any damage, though. Ellswick battling it all night long. Well, and as we come to the season's close, right, we got, 2 races after this before the season's over, and we crown champions for the truck race and the cups. Coming into the recruiting part of it, and then the back end part of, getting everything organized, getting all the schedules ready to go, getting all the forms cleared out, getting all the numbers cleared out that still are no longer here, and they'll verify the ones that are still here. With all that back end work that we have to do, we only get 4 weeks to do it in, right? So we're going to be doing a lot of that recruiting during that 4 weeks. Sometimes we do 3-4 recruitment races a day. But we expect next season to maybe possibly even be branching into an ARCA. We did that in the beginning for the first season. I know Jessica, you remember we had 4 series in that first season?
I think it was 4, yeah. Yeah, I missed. Those are my favorite cars, Jamie, so you have to bring them back.
Well, unfortunately,
Which cars were they?
those aren't going to be the ARCA cars we use. They will be the new ARCA cars.
Oh, Jamie.
I know. I'm a disappointment. My mom tells me all the time. but we will do our best to make it the best racing we possibly can. But yeah, branching into another series, going back into season 1 when we had 4, it was just a lot of chaos. But here we go. Pace car off the track. Restart on the field. 94 gets a decent jump. Coonan going to be on his outside this time. 11, Marian, he's going to be pushing hard, trying to catch back up as well. Barr fighting Coonan on the outside, side by side. Coonan is not going to want to give up. He's going to want to try to get up in front of Barr. Barr not going to let it happen. Slides up in front of him.
97! The 97 off the nose of Krozak.
Oh, man. Let's go take a look and see what happened there. Krozak dives in hard, but he checks it. Oh, I think that might be on the 8, guys.
Yeah, he came up. That's on the 8. That's unfortunate. No claim yet on the caution.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he throttled up and came out of the lane 3 wide right there. Barrow on that outside. Still no claim?
There's a claim, number 8.
I was about to say, he's going to want to claim that. He's not going to want to take that post-race. That doesn't give him a chance to fight for the end at all. Looks like we had a couple choose to come down for the pit.
Justin Harris came down pit. Looks like he took 4 tires. He's looking for that edge over Thomas Coonan and his boy Krozak.
And at what point, being Coonan, does your frustration start to build with getting blocked? You know, obviously Coonan knows that he's a little bit faster than the car in front of him, but the car in front of him is being very well defended, right? So he's keeping him slow enough to be able to not pass him. At what point does Coonan get too frustrated and start making the moves that he doesn't want to make?
I mean, that gets into a very gray area. I mean, you could get a rough driving penalty post-race. You know, wrecking people just because they're in front of you. It's not an excuse to send them up the hill. He might give them a bumper run. That's a little bit different. But as long as you do it properly, you know, I don't see an issue in the bumper run. But, I mean, I'm going to give it about 15 more laps. If the 94 continues to hold him up,
well, we're about to find out right now. Green flag's out. 94, decent little jump. 23, he's going to be looking on the outside, but the 94 cuts him off. 94 not giving him Coonan the opportunity to try to get on the outside. He's going to go down low with him this time as well. 11 now going to be braking on the outside of Coonan, looking on the outside, not able to make it happen. Coonan now dives down low. 23 not able to make it happen. 94 still able to maintain that position out front. We'll go ahead and check.
guarding, he's doing so good guarding that lead.
I know. 52 up in front of Menchaca right there. Menchaca going down low. 86 also going to be on the outside. Caleb Ellswick got a check up right there.
The 94 is still holding up Coonan. Insane. The 7 is going to go to the inside of the 54 here. Can't quite get it done. He'll make it get it done here in this corner. And get side by side. He's going to be side by side in the backstretch. 32 Menchaca spins to the inside wall. And down in the backstretch when Chaka is in the grass.
No way.
No caution.
He gets back rolling. But that is definitely going to be a significant amount of damage from Menchaca. He's going to come down into the pits on the green. Not what we wanted to see from Menchaca. That is probably going to be his night.
No.
I know. Sorry.
The number, who is that? 66 slid the car into turn 1.
Yeah, I see that right in front of Harris, right?
Yes. He got the car back under control and is now back up to race speed.
54 and the 8 split the 0-2 of Elliott right there. They're going to be 3 wide coming out. Oh, and they get mixed up. Contact. They both go around.
Who was that?
Richard
Was that the
Elliott
8?
and Krozak. I hope that's not a claim for the 8.
Krozak has had a
No,
rough
it was the 2. Got up into the 54. Richard Elliott unfortunately looked like yeah, that is definitely the 0-2. Unfortunately, the 8 involved into another one. Luckily, this time it was not his fault. Hopefully we get a claim on that one from the 0-2.
I believe there was a claim. On the 0-2 stand by.
Well, as we come back and then we're looking, look who is in the lead right now.
I have not heard any claims up until yet.
Let's go! Thomas.
It's the damn ninja, man.
How's Krozak back at 3rd? Jesus.
What?
Did he not pit after
Did he?
being spun out?
No, he didn't take any damage. But
his tires got greased.
yeah,
That's not
definitely.
good.
Yeah. But at this point, what's the decision? You know what I mean?
I mean, his Rookie of the Year competitor came down pit road and took tires again under caution. Shane Cochran up in the front. Let's go.
Well, bad Brad Wilson's up there on the top side as well in that 89. In the chat earlier, he said, what did he say? He said,
My money's on Brad.
on the 89, yeah.
Coming to the green side by side. Shane Cochran starts at Thomas
23
Bennett.
goes around! Oh, no. What happened?
He did what he did at Darlington.
No, you're kidding.
Oh my god.
You are
kidding,
kidding. Let's take a look.
He ran over.
He
got ran
If you
over.
don't think it's your fault, don't claim it. I will review it. If you don't agree, if I choose to penalize you and you don't agree, appeal it. Follow the process.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was Coonan at all. He had to check up by Wilson, and the checkup caused the other car to go into the back of him and get him loose on the restart.
Leave it to the review.
Not what we want to see for Thomas Coonan doing such a great job this race. That will take him to the back of the pack with only 70 laps to go, but he has made progress. He is going to be able to get back out front. Well, and as we heard Race Control talking about the process, if they don't claim something they're at fault for during the race, they get a post-race EOL, which drops them to the longest of the end of the longest line of the lap that they ended the race on. So if Coonan felt like he was at fault and claimed it, he would only get 2 points in an EOL right now rather than 4 points in an EOL later. But in all honesty, I don't feel like it was Coonan. I feel like it was more of a racing incident. But we will see what happens on this next one. Cochran's still out front with Krozak right outside. Interesting third stage so far, guys.
Jamie, we are not all guys in here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is 25.
Yeah.
Bad news. Coonan went a lap
What's
down.
Depends who you ask. I suppose.
86 restart. Green flags out. Cochran getting a decent restart right there. He's going to leave the 8 chasing him down.
Didn't Thomas win the regular season?
He did.
That's the regular season curse, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Typically when you win the regular season... Oh, wreck!
No way.
Hey, Bad Brad! No, Bradley! Oh!
Oh, we still got a lot of racing to go. These guys have got to calm down.
They're getting aggressive early.
'89 gets loose, barely misses Barrow. Oh my God, barely misses Ellswick, but catches Ashley, the 54. Ashley barely touching him. Not taking a whole lot of damage there, thank God. And Lynch able to avoid that.
I'd like to point out that over frequency you heard Joseph Barrow go by the skin of my chinny chin chin.
Well, then, to be honest, Ellswick should have been the one saying that because Ellswick was the closest.
Well, Ellswick followed it up with, that was Butthole Pucker Factor 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've all been there. We've all been there.
I hear it all from you guys.
Look, if you're gonna race in a boy sport, you gotta know we're not the most not so crew people.
I found that out.
Yeah, that's, good news for Cochran, saving gas, saving tires. He's still out front where he wants to be. Krozak right behind him in that number 8. Marian right there as well. Coonan now back on the lead lap. He did get the lucky dog for that, so that definitely went his way.
He's still got a lot of ground to cover. He's got Justin Harris, Campbell, Ellswick, Barrow, Bauer, Marion, Krozak, and Cochran in front of him.
Yeah, but at least
Krozak
it's
back
still
up
in
second.
sight. He's still got it in sight. It's still at the end of the tunnel. He's just got to get there. He knows what the goal is, but man, you're right. It is going to be a hell of a fight back up front.
He's got 47 laps to make it, get it done. But, 47 laps sounds like a lot, but at a track like this, they'll be done in about 10 minutes.
Lights are off that pace car. Double file. 8 on the outside. 86 on the inside for the restart here at North Wilkesboro. Green flag.
Cochran getting a good launch.
Yeah, Cochran's really good on those restarts. He's going to force the 11 and the 8 to fight each other so he can get as much distance as possible.
That 11 battling Krozak. Contact! The 11 around Marion!
No way.
He bounced off Krozik's door and just went flying to the inside wall. Heavy damage to the front of that race car. Menchaca avoiding that accident by the skin of his chinny chin chin. If you look back at it, when who was that? I thought it was.
Man, I hope
The
that
8
wasn't
will-
the 8.
The 8 will retire.
He claimed it?
He claimed it.
Man, I was just looking at it, and yeah, it definitely was him. No way, dude. Yeah, the 8 got loose, kicked out into the other car, sent him down into the track. Dang it, man.
Be all right back.
That is going to be a playoff driver that is now out of the race. He's going to have to park that car. Not what we want to see for Krozak, man. This is definitely going to be a low tone for his playoff start, or his playoff run to the championship, but he still has a chance. He's still got 2 races to go, and he is one of the fastest drivers on the track, so I do strongly believe he will be able to get where he needs to be. But right now, the battle is going to be between 2 other playoff drivers. Cochran and Ellswick are going to restart this race with only like 54 laps to go. Barrow is also right there in 3rd with Campbell. Campbell showing his face in the top 5 for the first time tonight. Harris back up to 5th. Ashley in 6th. Lons, Coonan, Brom, and Marion all going to lead out your top 10.
I'm back.
10-4. Looks like we
Lights will be coming off.
Looks like we have a couple drivers that are out of this race. Dustin Haynes, unfortunately. Justin Openchowski, Cheshire. Here we go. Green flag. 86 is going to restart us here. 66 trying to fight on that outside, trying to keep Barrow down into that 3rd position. That is going to work out for him. He's going to be right on the back end of that 86 car of Shane Cochran. Looking down on the inside. Looks like he's going to be side by side coming out of turns 3 and 4. They are going to be fighting for that lead.
It's amazing to see Ellswick up there after everything he's gone through today.
I know, and they're going to be fighting hard. This is the end right here. 50 laps to go. This is going to end in a blink of an eye. So we really got to pay attention to how Cochran and Ellswick and Barrow are going to fight this out. I heard somebody, Cochran getting loose right there.
Yellows out, looking through the field.
Lynch?
Was that another? No, it was not Menchaca. Menchaca's just... I don't know where Menchaca is. What the hell? 17 laps down. Holy crap! Hey, Jess, bad news. He's 17 laps down.
Yeah, that's bad news.
You said it was Lynch's accident?
It looks like it was the 89 of Wilson.
Oh no.
And that's going to incident point him out of the race.
Unfortunately, yes. Yep, he's out.
Dang. Like we said in the beginning, very, very technical track, man.
I know they're double the length of our race and then some, but man, they got way more cautions than we get. I feel good about the truck race. Oh boy. to be fair, race control, he was already removed from the race.
Yeah, that might have been true. We had somebody comment, Talamage, I want to say that's pronounced. Looked like the 11 was going to hit regardless, and the 8 reacted. I sort of agreed at first, but when I went back and looked at it, it did look like the 8 had actually kicked out a little bit and corrected it with that, and unfortunately made that contact. And again, there's the post-race reviews and stuff like that, but the 8 did wind up claiming that. Maybe he didn't have to, but once it's done, it's done. You can't take back a claim. Unfortunately, there is no reviews for claims of that nature. Once you say it's your fault, it's done and over with. But like I said, he's got a couple more races to go. So hopefully we see him out there doing his thing. But here we go. Caleb Ellswick, Shane Cochran going to go ahead and start.
Ellswick beat Cochran off the line.
Well, Ellswick was in first. He got to choose the line also. He decided to choose that outside. And it looks like it is paying off for him. That's the first time we've seen that high line pay off at all tonight.
There's a lot of smoke and Justin Harris, Joseph Barrow. Looks like Joseph Barrow checked up into Justin Harris. Joseph Barrow to the outside wall.
Barrow with a lot of damage on the front of that car, man. No way. I want to go back and take a look and see what happened.
Words exchanged between Justin Harris, as pleasant as they could be on the circumstance. Barrow just didn't leave Justin Harris any room there.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that a little bit. Dang. It sucks that the caution didn't come out for Barrow, man. I don't know.
It'd be kind of hard to see who would claim it, though.
Well, I mean, Barrow probably would have had to claim it, but at least he wouldn't have had to go down to the pits. I think that's his night, man. That sucks.
Hate it for him. Hate it, hate it, hate it.
But big opportunity for Ellswick. He's going to go ahead and be pretty far up in front of Campbell. He's going to be 1.1 seconds in front of Campbell at the moment. Thomas Coonan still fighting his way through. He's trying to fight Campbell off right now. Coonan up into the wall a little bit, fighting hard to try to get past Campbell. Campbell not letting it happen. Coonan seeing an opportunity on the inside right there, seeing if he can take it, but not able to just get there. That's going to be a fight between the 52 and the 23. 23 able to get down on that inside where he wants to be to try to fight back to get up to Caleb Ellswick. Contact! 23 gets a little loose right there with the 52. Oh! Overcorrects it. Able to slow it down. He's able to keep it straight. But the 97 overcorrects up into the wall.
Oh, who else got collected in that?
Oh, man.
54.
That bad.
Chad Ashley. Thomas Coonan getting loose like that kind of cascaded the events in front, behind him.
Yeah, but I don't know if race control would even... Because to me, it looked like an overcorrection on the 97. Hold on, let me...
Justin Harris used his fast repair. That car just snapped on him. He tried to
Yeah.
check up and got around and then just lost it.
Well, it looks like the 97 is going to go ahead and take that claim. He's
Oh,
gonna
he got
drop
wiped
it
out.
back to the back of the pack. Uh-oh. And our boy Shane Cochran drops back to 5th somehow.
I believe he went down pit road.
Well, if he did, that's probably a pretty smart thing.
Yep, he went and took 4 tires, splash of Sunoco fuel, and he's back on the track. He
Let's
also
see.
pitted with Thomas Kunin, Justin Harris, and K. Brown. Lights are off pace car, 2x2, coming into turn 3. Pace car will be diving off the racetrack in just a moment. So we go back to the green flag racing.
Well, it
Try to
looks
finish
like
up.
a couple of those drivers are on older tires. Marion with a decent
Thomas
jump, but it's
Kunin.
not enough.
Thomas Kunin hounding Ellswick right now.
Yeah, Kunin's going to have to calm down if he wants to finish this race. Oh, 52 into the 66. No way.
As the standings come to the caution again, Marion first, Kunin second, Justin Harris third, Shane Cochran fourth, and Campbell, the 52, is in fifth. But waiting claim. Ellswick falls back down to last car and lead lap, which is ninth place. Lucky Dog Andrew Blonde is going to take his old Lucky Dog lap here. Unfortunate for Ellswick.
Yeah, he was doing so good. He's still got an opportunity, though. Yeah, it looks like the 52 just came in a little bit too hot on that 1 and 2. Did we get a claim on that?
No claim yet. Not that I've heard over frequency. Chad Ashley.
Jay Marion now has 13 old lap tires than the rest of the field at the moment, in that, especially in that top 10.
Here we go. Lights are off. We're coming to 38 to go. 2x2. See if the 11 gets a good launch here.
Looks like Kunin is the one that gets the launch.
I think the 11 was trying to bait Kunin into a black flag.
Did he give it to him?
I don't think he did. I think Kunin did the right thing, waited for the green flag, and then slammed his foot to the floor. But kudos for him trying. sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Well,
You can go at the beginning. You can go at the beginning of that restart zone or at the end. But if the green flag comes out, then you gotta go.
Well, the bad deal for the rest of the drivers, Kuna's now opening that free air again.
Mm-hmm.
And he is steadily increasing that lead. Marian now 1 second behind. Ellswick back up into 5th place. I'm happy to see him back up there.
I'm not saying I would be if I was in any of these drivers' positions of complacent.
No,
But I'd be happy. I don't know, top 5 finish for me, especially when Thomas Kunin's in the race. I'd be happy with that performance.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the gap he's putting on them right now. I mean, the green flag's only been out for 4 laps, and he's already got almost a second lead over them. Scratch that. He has almost a 2-second lead over them.
Yeah, he wasn't playing around on that restart. It's up to him to lose this race now. If anything happens, 23 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro.
66 of Ellswick, slider up the racetrack. Ellswick just slid his car like a Tokyo Drift in there. Oh boy.
It looks like Barr was back up on the track as well. Happy to see him get back out there.
I'd be afraid if I was
I
at number
heard
7.
something. What did I just hear? I swore I just heard Kunin get loose.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the smoke alarm in the back.
No. Might have been Lynch. Yeah, Lynch came down in front of the 97. 97 goes sideways. 33 goes sideways. They both end up in the infield sideways. Oh, no. I cannot believe we did not see that.
Oh my god. Looking at the stream, that is insane. Justin Harris moving up to 2nd as Thomas Kunin is gaining lap traffic in front of him. Hopefully that can buy Justin Harris some time to catch up to him. Ooh.
And coming into the last 2 races for the season, this is really going to shake up this championship.
Definitely, and not just the championship, but the Rookie of the Year standings. Justin Harris just needs a good finish here, and he will have more points again over Krozak, who is now 38 laps down, and will have a finishing position of 19th tonight. So if I'm Justin Harris, I'm taking these corners one by one, taking them as easy and smooth as I can, bringing the car home. A top 3 finish is what I'd be looking for, if not a win. Championship on the line. Thomas Kunin and Harris are both competing for one, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
They're both competing for the championship title.
Yep. Looks like there's battles going on all over the place right at the moment. Right now we're watching Marian in the 11 to 86 and Cochran and Barr fight it out there for 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Watching Thomas battle lap traffic is also fascinating. He's got now the 97 and the 02 in front of him. Both cars who have caused cautions today.
Lon's not trying to go a lap down. He's going to be right in front of our leader. Also, the 02 of Elliott is going to be right up there in front of him. That is going to slow down the 23.
23 up to their bumper. Okay. Yeah. I gotta pick off the 0-2 in turn 1. No, the 0-2 is gonna guard the bottom, cut the nose off the 23 of Kunin. Kunin obviously not happy with that. He's gonna try to take him on the outside here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got enough speed to get him on the outside. Yep, he's gonna get him side by side at least. There he goes.
And close to that fender.
Only 10 to go for the Racing for Martin 157.
Dan Cochran about a second and a half behind Justin Harris. He is running third. So far on 10. Go ahead.
Klaus Brahm just broke his way into the top 5 for the first time tonight.
Klaus Brahm. That's a name we haven't mentioned much besides when he was in the infield today. And he's spinning.
No way. That is not my fault. I did not do that. I did not do that. That cannot be blamed on me. Nope. Nope. Not my fault. We're going to go back and take a look anyway.
I mentioned the only time that he's been on the camera today was when he spun into the infield grass.
Oh,
Gosh darn it.
Clips the 11 of Marion. Marion goes around. He's able to get back straight again.
Leslie Lynch giving a friendly hand gesture out the window.
Well, and now Kunin has a lot to worry about. 6 laps to go, restarting with all these guys behind him. He's going to need, this is going to be the restart of a lifetime for him.
Wonder if he's thinking about Darlington.
This is the one he's got to get right.
And that is how many cautions tonight, my good sir? 21? Griffin.
What'd you say? Sorry, Sellers?
I said that's the 21st caution.
It is, yeah. Yep.
That is 19 incident cautions and stages.
Two stages, yeah. So we got some chat going on. It said, "Don't chop noses and that won't happen" by Flashbang. He also said, "So can someone explain how that works? I get how the restart zone and the green flag works, but how is it allowed for someone to bait a black flag when even iRacing frowns upon that?" Yes, iRacing frowns upon that, and so does real life racing, because you can't sandbag the restart. It's against the rules.
He went on the green flag. He just waited to the last possible moment.
Right. Yeah, so Kunin actually didn't catch a black flag. Even if he did catch the black flag, that restart would have to go under a full director review, and we would go from there. And then Distracted Canadian says, "Harris in the same spot as me last Rookie of the Year and championship contention." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
2x2.
He's doing
Kunin's
a great
ahead.
job. I think that's Haynes. The Distracted Canadian, it's Haynes. But
Yeah,
sorry.
that is Haynes. I recognize the number 3. I mean, who else has the Taylor number 3 on their YouTube
22,
page?
huge slowdown. 86 going to be on his inside right there. He's going to have to be careful, man. This is really important that he keeps it all straight, because coming down with only 2 to go, Cochran is going to put on all the pressure in the world. He's going to try to take this out of nowhere. Cochran looks like he's going down low. He's going to be shooting Kunin wide.
The 11 leaving the pits at a very bad time.
Last lap, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Contact between the 23 and the 86. 86 pushing hard, side by side to the finish line. Oh my! Oh my! That was
I
an
could've won.
intense finish. Woo!
Coonan won by a margin of 0.036.
And Ellswick came out of nowhere and took that podium as well. What? Crazy, crazy race, guys. Crazy, insane race. Super awesome. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our driver interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our podium winners. Great race here for the Racing for Martin 157 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Another amazing race by you guys. We'll go ahead and start it off, obviously, with our race winner, Thomas Coonan, fighting a lot of adversity during this race. Unknown how you were able to manage to still pull this one off, man. What's going through your mind for playoff race 3?
Definitely, I'm really happy about the fact that I got this win tonight, and especially after the past couple weeks of having some issues. I'm happy about the fact that I was able to come out and here and prove to people there's a reason why I'm one of the best on the sim, and racing the NASCAR series, college series. I'm glad I was able to do that. Brought Scrubbing Bubbles out one more time, just because I felt like it was necessary, and just absolutely was a battle of adversity. I knew I had the speed to win this race tonight. Just had to get myself in the right position. Granted, there was the one restart where I went, but the guy in front of me didn't go, and I got ass packed and got absolutely spun out, and there was nothing I could do in that situation. I tried not to change my lanes if at all possible on restarts. I don't like going on the outside, especially on a short track like this. If you try certain moves at certain times, especially on restarts, it's not going to work. But I know I went 3 wide earlier in the race, but I knew I was going to be able to hold that bottom lane and stuff like that and rip it. Definitely, though, happy about it.
No, well, great job. An amazing finish by you and Shane Cochran out there, side by side right there. It was a nose-to-nose finish, man. Barely got it from him, but congratulations. Good work.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I would like to thank my teammates, Cochran and Krosick. They put in a lot of work, and one hell of a finish with Cochran there. Yeah, definitely. If it was not going to be me, it'd be an awesome for him to get a win. I know he's really good at this track, has some great strategy picking, very good at strategy. But I would also like to thank my sponsors, Pit Pass Network, MIZ Business Consulting, Riff Limit Workshop, and all of them back at the shop. They definitely helped me get better. I also like to thank Team Conti for giving me the coaching that I need and everything. So, but friends and family at home as well. So, and you guys for broadcasting these races.
Awesome. Well, and again, amazing job out here at North Wilkesboro, man. Just another great conclusion for you, and we look forward to seeing what you got next time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. As we move on to our second place driver, Shane Cochran, same team. Amazing finish. You guys did a great job on that restart, coming with only 10 laps to go, coming off that restart. What was going through your mind for this playoff race?
Well, I think we figured out the strategy there at the end of stage 2. Took some fresh tires and just plowed right through the field, no problem. Knew that was going to be the play at the end. Saved a set and was kind of waiting for that moment. And there with the green-white checker, we started 4th, or not quite a green-white checker, but there I knew I'm just going to have to get there. And it was the same thing. Me on fresh tires coming after the 23, and I had made a promise to my dad I wouldn't wreck him for the stage, but I might try to wreck him for the win. No, that was just an awesome finish. I think that was the exact amount of bump I felt comfortable giving a teammate for the win there. Glad we could bring home 1-2.
Awesome. Well, and again, we expected a little bit more, but you guys held it together and made no contact and made it a hell of a finish, nose to nose. Almost photo finish, man. Great job.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race, Cochran?
Oh, I gotta thank my dad. He's in the booth, up in my headset, up on the pit box, telling me who's wrecking, who's claiming, who's doing what, who's got damage. Couldn't do it without him. Team effort, and we brought it home second.
Well, great job as always. The Ninja coming out here with another podium this season. Congratulations.
Thanks, David.
All right, no problem. As we move on to our last but not least, ever not least, Caleb Ellswick fighting his own amount of adversity today. Somehow out there leading some laps, able to stay up front. Incident where you got spun and just really, really bad. It looked really bad there for a minute. Finding your way back up front. How did that happen, man? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting race. It was got really killed up there at the start. I just don't think some drivers were just too super aggressive in my opinion, and for the start there. But it happens, and got stuck a lap down, and and then I would drive through the field up to 6th or 7th, and by that time Coonan had already lapped somebody else, so it kept tracking me a lap down, and so kept going through the field multiple times, and finally got back on the lead lap at the stage 2, and stayed out to try to keep some track position, and was coming off the corner and just got a little loose, and Coonan had nowhere to go, and and kind of completed it there. So put me right back at the back again, and kind of just fought that way the whole time. I felt like I had pretty decent speed from the practices to lap time averages. I was within a 10th or a faster than a 10th, depending on, tire sets and those kind of things. So, all in all, to come back to finish third was, a good effort for us.
No, definitely a great effort for ITing out. Man, you've been doing a great job this season for you and your team, coming up with multiple podiums. You even came up with another win this season. Just doing a great job and trying to reach for that championship, man.
Yeah, I mean it's a grind every year. Happy to continue the success that I've had and be able to make the playoffs each and every year and be somewhere up front. Getting closer and closer. Still got work to go, but when races can go well with who you race around, it's a lot better. But just all depends on how severe somebody wants to take it, and that's just kind of the outcome of how the events work. But in all, it was a good night, and ready for 2 weeks from now. I won't be here next week, so.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing when you are back out on the track. Thank you so much. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, thanks to ITN out, for all the guys that have put in a lot of practice this week, and I know the effort didn't get to show what we put forth, but that happens sometimes. Looks like Tachyon had some great speed tonight as well, so congrats to those guys, and hopefully we can continue that success and get better and stronger, and see if we can stop knocking out more top 5s, top 10s.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for watching. And again, we will see you next time here at GEC.